Welcome to The Systems Thinker, a video series to help you know the whole, focus on the constraint and reach your goal. I was brought into one of Australia's premier food manufacturing businesses to do a constraint analysis. The senior executive were on the lookout for cost savings and wanted to know if they could close their New Zealand operations and run the production for all of Australia and New Zealand from their much larger plant in Tasmania. Along with the COO, we got hold of the production managers responsible for each of the 5 lines currently producing. In addition, we took into account the 6th line for which my client had invested over £23 million and which was in the final stages of commissioning. We asked them to try a thought experiment where we put all the assets on a floating island in the middle of the Tasman. Each manager knew their production feeds and speeds, so we asked them to calculate for us what their unconstrained capacity would be if they were able to produce 24/7. The overall process of manufacture was pretty simple. Mix the raw materials at the beginning of the line, heat it until it flows into the big expensive moulding machines, feed the moulded product into wrapping machines, and then pack them in master cartons for shipment to the customer. It seems completely implausible, even when I think about it now, but when they did their calculations, it turned out that unconstrained, they could produce almost double what they'd sold in the prior year. How come? They had never looked at the capacity of each of the individual lines when aggregated together. They incorrectly used the relatively inexpensive wrapping machines as the constraint without thinking about optimizing production for moulding. The bottom line? Their investment of £23 million was utterly unnecessary. With a small investment in additional wrapping machines, they could meet all their demand without even running the costly Sunday shifts. The moral of the story? Be sure you've properly identified your constraint and optimize what you have before committing to a big investment for the future. That's your tip for better ways to do better work and redefine what's possible.